Well, thanks very much for taking the time out of your schedule to speak to me.
Of course.
I've got some questions for you from fans of
Okay.
the Ice Age series. So I'd like to start by asking, now, you previously worked as an animator on some of the other Ice Age films. How excited were you to step in and co-direct Ice Age Collision Course?
Well, I was obviously very excited. It was something that I wanted to be able to take that next step as a filmmaker. And in some ways, there's a lot of similarities from being an animator to a director. The jobs are very, very different, but you know, the basic thing of being a storyteller, you know, when you're an animator, you're working on a single shot, and you're trying to do your best to tell the story within that shot. And as a director, you're obviously working on the bigger movie and overseeing the vision of the film. You know, what's very different about it is that you're working with many more people. We have about 550 artists at Blue Sky, and so you get to work with all the talented artists there. You get to work with, let's say, the writers, and you get to work with the storyboard artists, you know, composer. So everybody that's involved in making the film, you have a chance to work with, which is such a great joy and a gift to be able to do.
Awesome. Now, given all the years you've put into this series, I imagine it's a little bit like being asked to choose a favourite child. But the next question is, which is your favourite Ice Age character and why?
Well, I love a lot of the characters, but I really enjoy watching the Scrat. He's my favorite character because, you know, I just love his perseverance to do whatever it takes to get to his goal, which is his acorn. And he also gets a good reaction from the audience most of the time, and so that's always very rewarding for either an animator or even a director, just to see the moments really come through.
Do you have any? Oh, that's nice. Do you have any words of wisdom for aspiring animators?
Well, you know, it's. I would say that it's very hard work. It's very meticulous work. But if your heart's really into it and you're really passionate about it, I would absolutely say go for it, and you know, put your all into it, because it is a very competitive you know, occupation, and there aren't, you know, when you think about it, there aren't that many positions, at least at a feature level. So I would say, you know, keep working at it, and I'm sure someday the opportunity will present itself.
I'm sure it's the kind of thing where when the work is done and in front of you, it must just feel incredible.
Yes, and especially when you're actually watching it with an audience, that's really when the rewarding part comes in.
Yeah, yeah. The next one, a little bit longer. What was the process of developing the storyline for this new film, and how long did that take before you began production?
So the way this starts out, actually the producer, Laurie Forte, she's been the producer of all the Ice Age movies, and she usually comes up with the initial idea of what the movie generally is going to be about. And in this case, it's going to be about Manny learning to let go of his daughter, who's about to get married. So with that basic sort of idea, we start working with a scriptwriter, and you know, that could take anywhere from like 8 months to 2 years, just in terms of developing the ideas, fleshing it out, and it's constantly going through rewrites, punch up for comedy and things like that, or writing for a specific voice in mind. And the storyboard artists also come up with a lot of ideas, and sort of it's this organic process where, you know, just one feeds into the other. And then comes a time when you're recording the voice actors, and they also add their own sort of character to it. So it's this big organic process that you just kind of roll with it.
You're stepping up to become a co-director of Ice Age, but you've been with the franchise for so many years. What is it that you just love about the Ice Age films that sticks with you and keeps you going?
Well, I love the physical humor. The Ice Age movies I've always found to be very funny, even for somebody who's seen it so many times. Obviously we love the Scrat and all the adventures he goes through. The heart in the movie is also very touching for me, and you know, it's something that I feel like resonates with the audience out there. So I feel like between the physical comedy and the heart of the characters, it's been sort of a winning combination for us.